now my father, his health was going down. And his age was getting older and older. And the doctor forbid him to drive as much, cut his driving. My father loved to drive. It was his freedom. So I thought it's not fair. I should learn to drive now so that I can help drive my dad. And I was old enough. I was 12. So I did. I learned to drive. And my dad and I, we drove together a lot. And those were really some of the best times between my father and I. I would turn on the radio, and I would just listen to it while we were driving. And my father, interesting, my father would watch out the window. He would watch the trees go by. He would watch people go by. He would watch birds. And I would watch his face. And it matched my face when I listened to music. Interesting. I think those car rides were as much about my radio as my father's radio. Problem, though, is that we drove an old 1960-something Pontiac and Prix, P-R-I-X, Pontiac Grand Prix. And every time we hit a bump, the radio, so I would be listening, it would be sounding great, we'd hit a bump and it would go off. And every time my father would look at me and he would do the same thing, every time. Oh. Now good at me. I don't put it. When I go out the window, listen. This went on for a while. My father's health went down even more. And one day, a few years later, I remember clear, my father had to go and pick up a prescription. The doctor had given him a prescription, and he couldn't drive. He had to ask me. And at that time, I was like 15, 16 years old. You know, in that time, that age, everything pisses you off. Air pisses you off. And my father really hated fighting. But this time, he had no choice. But my dad, God love him, was a very smart man. And he did this. You have cancer. You have heart disease. You do not have Parkinson's disease. Your hands don't shake. Okay, take me to the door. Have a big amendment. Come on. Got in the car. We hit a bump. Radio. Me. Father. Where'd you go again? Yeah. Now go down. Like me. Maybe you can go down the window. Listen to the pine tree. But this time, I was furious. And I lost. You look. I am sick. and tired of you picking on me. I am so tired of listening to you pick and pick and pick and pick on the fact that I can hear. You know what? I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I was born hearing. And I'm sorry that I didn't get born deaf like you, or deaf like Mom, or deaf like all of your friends. I'm sorry that I'm not deaf, Dad. I'm sorry that I was born hearing. I'm sorry that I'm stuck here in the middle every day. I'm sorry that I'm stuck listening to the stupid, awful things that the hearing people say every day. I hear it and hear it and hear it, and I filter it and I filter it and I clean it up so that everything that I give to you, what you see about what the hearing people say, is nothing like what they really said. They say the worst, most horrible things, and I would never tell you that. I don't want to hurt your feelings. I don't want to make you feel bad. I love you, and I would never hurt you that way. I spend my life doing this, Dad. I filter the whole world from you. And you have to pick on me all the time because I enjoy music and I enjoy life as a hearing person. I'm sick and tired of it. And I want you to stop picking on me. If you wanted a deaf child so bad, you should have worked harder. And my father said, when you go into store, don't forget to buy ice cream too. So I went in the store and I bought his drugs. I bought damn ice cream. I came back to the car, and my father was sitting in the car doing this. So I opened the door, and I was ready. Music. You. You fix. I fix. How? Come here. Come here. I can tell you. Will they not know how?